All right. This makes me mad. All right, now. All right, let me see. All right, I'm back. I don't know how many of you guys are still here. This is, I even posted this, why this is happening. I don't know why. I don't know if I have to update things. Hopefully, you guys will come back in. I'll wait a few minutes and see who comes in, and if not, then I'll just go ahead. But if you come in, let me know. Hey, Colleen, I had to come back. My program's not working. I don't know why. At least I can see who's here. So, there we go. Well, this is so frustrating. Hey Barb, great, thanks for coming back. Hi Camille, thanks for coming back, guys. I posted, I'm gonna have to do some further investigating to find out why, because it's showing up on my laptop where the program is, but it's not transferring to my phone for some reason. Maybe there's a setting on my phone I need to do. I updated it, so I don't know. All right, well, here's the card we're going to do today. And as I was saying, I love how she used the stamp to make the grass. And then this was done with one way, but I'm going to try doing a second way in one of my other cards to see if see what it looks like. Now I've got to get used to all of this, moving it around. All right. The stamp sets I'm using is Painted Poppies, and I can actually go over a little bit further, so I'm going to do that. Painted Poppies, and this this card uses this line image, and that is what makes the grass. I tried that when it was too big. Later on, I will be using this image, and the flower for the Wow card. All right, so Painted Poppies, and then my sentiment is coming from Artistically Inked. This is a beautiful suite. This is going to be my online retreat, and I am excited about playing with this stamp set and papers. They're just gorgeous. And there is the Paper Pumpkin for June is a companion to this. It uses watercolor paper. I've seen the paper. No, I haven't. The video shows just the same kind of effect as this. So I can't wait to see what else they come out with. I know it makes 9 cards. I'm hoping they're full-size cards, because if they're the note cards, I don't like that. But I have to get it because it's a companion to it. So, but that's what I'm using for today. So let's get started. For the first clean and simple card, you need your card base, and I'm using white. And it's my normal size is A2, so it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. You're going to take your image, and I used Poppy Parade ink, and you're going to stamp that image. All right, come on. Every once in a while, I don't open those the right way, and it causes a problem. All right, so you're going to ink that up, and you're going to stamp it onto your paper like so. All right, and I went over, so I'm going to take a cloth and wipe that so I don't get it on my card. Now, the one that I saw, the images were a lighter color, and I'm wondering how they did it. Well, I decided to do some experimenting, and I pulled out a blender pen. And this is an old one. It does have some ink left into it, or fluid I should say, it's not really ink, because that's what causes the ink of the flowers to bleed. And I call this, I don't know what it's technically called, but I call it ink bleeding. because all I'm doing is coloring over the flowers, and it's causing that ink, and I'll pull it up when I get done, to bleed and color the flowers a lighter color. But like I said, I think we have another product that you can use to do this with, and I'm going to try it on the next one. So I've got this, at least I think I can do it on the next one. I don't remember if I stamped it or not, because it's the same procedure for all 3 cards. So if you have, now this will only work with water-based ink. So if you have, if you want to do these as another flower, not necessarily a poppy, these would be gorgeous in a blue. All right, so there's that. All right, and then I always take a scrap paper and clean it, but it's not coming out with anything on it, so. But that's how I colored it. And then to make my grass, I used that little splatter, and I started with Old Olive. And I'm going to bring my paper in here. Scrap paper. My other side's nasty looking, or I would use it. And I just stamped it across, and I varied it, and I kind of left some space. All right, because then I'm going to go back in, my quick way of cleaning it, with Mossy Meadow and fill it in. So you can add some darker grass in there. But isn't this a cool idea to use this for the grass? I thought it was fabulous, and I had to share it with you. So there's our card. I'm going to have to get some water to clean this because I don't want to mix. I don't want to mix my Mossy Meadow with Old Olive. So I've got that clean for the next one. To do my sentiment, I just use Memento ink, and I inked it up. I'm going to look at it. Don't want to stamp this upside down, although if I do, I could do something else with it. And I'm just going to stamp it on there like so. And that black looks weird to me. It looks kind of green, dark green. I don't know why, but it does. So there's the clean and simple card. But if you want to step it up, check this one out. I took the same idea and I used the stitched rectangle framelits to cut it out, and I didn't stamp this one, so I'm gonna stamp this. I thought I had, maybe it was on the last one. So this one I'll be able to try the other idea and see if it works. All right, so I'm going to ink it up again. All right, and the framelit I used cuts just a small border all the way around, so I didn't have to worry about it too much. All right, now I'm thinking Wink of Stella does the same thing. So let's find out. And, oh yeah, it does. And this is going to give it sparkle. Oh my. So if you don't have blender pens, you can use the Wink of Stella to do the same thing. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to switch. I'm down to the bottom of several of these, and so I use them till they don't sparkle anymore, so to speak. But look at that. So you can use a blender pen or your Wink of Stella. I like the Wink of Stella better. Of course, I know, if you know me, I like my bling. So there we go. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited I tried this. This occurred to me this morning to try this. The one that I saw online didn't have the sparkle. So if you like me and you like your sparkle, you can use the Wink of Stella. So isn't that a cool idea? All right, so we've got that. Now we're going to go back to adding our grass at the bottom. And I think on this one I added more grass. So I think what I did is before on the other one I left space, and on this one I just added it all the way across. So you can do whichever one you want. All right, it's wet, so give me a minute to dry it on my pants. Do you guys do what I do and stamping yucky clothes so you can wipe your hands and your ink on your pants? I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have old clothes to stamp in. So there we go. Look at that. All right, put that over there. So we've got that. Now, I did not do my happy birthday because I wanted to make sure I cut out my image first, because I didn't want to cut it out and then it not fit. But I'm going to put this on here, and this is actually not the largest, but the next one down. So I'm going to cut this one out. Hey, Trudy. Hey, Michelle, how are you? All right, let me move some things around over here. I had all my stuff laid out, and now I got to move it. Now, I will tell you, all right, let me go over here. When I'm doing this, what I'm doing is I'm putting it where I want it, and then I'm going to tape it in place so it doesn't move on me. All right. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to run it through like this. It will bend your dies. Run it through at an angle. There's a lot. This is what causes the popping too when you get down here. It's because there's a lot of pressure in that point. So if you do it at an angle, it kind of spreads that pressure out. Just make sure it doesn't hang over the side of your cutting plates, or you'll be messing up your panel. I couldn't think. All right, so let me get rid of that right now. All right. Okay. All right, and see, there's just a little bit left. So you can kind of pick and choose. The other thing is I found if I take and push down and pull up all the way around, it's easy to get this out. Those stitching lines are really tight. So, and see, there it is. So only wasted that. And if you didn't want to waste it, you could cut it differently, but I don't worry about that. All right, now I can stamp my happy birthday. So I'm going to pull back in my black ink. It looks black on here, but I don't know why when I stamp it, it looks green. Oh, thanks, Trudy. Okay, there it goes. It looks green to me. It must be an optical illusion. I don't know. All right, I'm going to take, and I'm adding this to an old olive card base. All right, and again, all measurements will be posted after the video. All right, so this just goes on there. And since I have, okay, come on. There it is. It's when I get those strings that I have the issue. There we go. Oh. See, I pulled away too soon. And I'm going to put some more here on this corner. Anybody know how to clean these? Mine is so gunked up. It's got glue everywhere. I would like to clean it up. All right. I don't want to ruin it. I don't know if hand sanitizer would do it. Anybody done that? Let me know if you have. Okay, so I've added that on there. And then I wanted some little embellishments, so to speak. And I have all the trimmings embellishments. That's from the holiday pack. And this is my second one. That's why I have so many left. This is actually Poppy Parade. So I decided to add some of those. It's like, I'm going to get rid of these. And I'm sprinkling them across. And what you want to do is you want to do them at an angle. And the reason being is it draws the eye across the page. But there's the stepped up version. But I know you want to see the wow. And like I said, this one is my favorite. But it's one of those things. Now, here is the wow. What I did was I added, oh, I can't do it. I will tell you. What you need to do is you need to stamp this image first and then stamp these. I didn't do that, and it caused the leaf and down here to bleed funny. So stamp that one and use your Wink of Stella blender pen, whichever you want, and make that. And then I'm going to stamp, oh, I don't want to put that one away. I want to put it so you can see it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my grass on the bottom. Okay. So I'm starting with my old olive. And I'm going to take this one all the way across like I did the other one. But what I am doing is I'm adding, need something there. Pull out my, I'm going down, up and down here. That's how I'm going to get the edge that I'm going to cut, because I'm just going to follow it. So now I'm going to use my Mossy Meadow. So this is a great way to add a little bit of something to your card. And I was thinking, and I might try it, I might cut this out with the rectangle dies, but then cut the bottom. Let's see what it looks like. I'm game. All right, I'm going to go down there and there. I'll leave that there. All right, this one's going to have some more interest to it. We'll leave it at that. So let's find out what it looks like if I do it that way. Thanks, Linda. Oh, that's okay. All right, remember, tape this down, and you just have to make sure that this one you have more space at the bottom. So I'm going to leave that at the top. Let me get another piece, tape this. And remember, run it through. Whoops. Well, it stuck to everything but the card. Don't you love it when that happens? Get it all lined up and it's perfect. And it's like, well, daggone. All right, there. Let me put this one down. All right. Remember, run it through at an angle. So, hey, Carol. All right, let's get this one on here. Cut this out. I think this will add a little bit more interest. All right, here we go. We'll find out. I know I'm going to be cutting the stitching off the bottom, but that's okay. Oh, it's stuck to the paper. Didn't want to keep pulling that. There. All right, let me get this off. All right. pull it all the way off. See how easy that comes off if you just pop it off? All right, now take your scissors and kind of follow along the bottom so you get a decorative bottom, and you can do it as much or as little as you like. And just because it would look funny, I'm just going to go ahead and cut off that piece a little so it doesn't leave the stitching down there. And there I have that. So it goes on to an old olive card base. All right, let's see if I have my thing set up right. Yes. It's when I get those strings that the problem happens. All right. Hey, Kim. Yeah, isn't it a cool edge to do? And this one is a little bit smaller, so I'm going to, because I've got this flower to put on the bottom, I'm just going to kind of push it up a little bit and stick that down. All right. And this one would have looked so cool done with the Wink of Stella, but that's okay. I took the, in fact, there's not much color on this. Let's see if it'll work. I don't know if it will because I don't know how long it's been. You know, I don't know if you can do this with, after it's been stamped for a while or not. Let's find out. Kim, how's your mom? Let's find out. Come on, bleed a little. I don't know if it's going to. We'll probably see it more on the red. Yeah, it's bleeding a little bit more. Oh yeah, it's bleeding a lot more. So I would say if it's, this one may not be bleeding much because there's not a lot of ink there, and I may have mixed it up, but hi Debbie. So this then goes on with glue dots, pop dots, no, not pop dots. I call them glue dots. All right, so I'm gonna take this one off, and I'm gonna put it over here. I'll take this one off and put it over here like so. And then I wanted some sparkle before I did this, but I still like the sparkle. So I had some of this, what is it? Snowflake Splendor ribbon left from the holiday catalog. I know I'm using the holiday catalog quite a bit, aren't I, today? So I'm going to trim this off, and I just created a little banner by folding it in half. But to keep it folded, because it doesn't like to stay folded, take a glue dot and put it in the middle, and then fold your ribbon. Then I took another glue dot and put it on the, I don't know what you'd call it, banner type thing. And this is going to go on my, back behind my flower, like so. Let me get rid of this so you can see a little bit better, like so. And then this I'm going to put on with dimensionals. Okay, and naturally I have none cut. I forgot to do that. Well, at least she's in some place where she can get some treatment and services and physical therapy and things like that. So hopefully, I know it'll be a long road, but she'll get there. All right, so I'm going to add a glue dot dimensional there. These are also known as pop dots if you don't use Stampin' Up! Stuff, but I hadn't played with this poppy set in a while, and I thought, ooh, time to do some playing. And I'm going to put one here because it'll help hold that ribbon in place. Thanks, Kim. I'm going to take my backs off. And that one's already off. All right. And then this, oh, I forgot to do my sentiment. All right, so I'm going to pull this. I'm going to put it right about there. Because this one was just cut down and I made this one smaller, it's a little different. And now I'm going to do my sentiment and hope I don't mess it up. I do too, Carol. I think it's a fun set to play with. I'll put it flat. Put my hand down. All right. Yes, I did it. Whew. I was a little worried there. Now pulling back out those embellishments I have left, and I'm going to change the placement because I changed my card. All right. And there's the stepped up version. So we went from clean and simple, and I'm going to pull this one to stepped up. I changed it out. This one, I don't know if you can see it, has the sparkle on it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. Well, good for her. She's got the right attitude. It's hard to see, but it is sparkly. And then this one, and it's got the sparkle there. So, I mean, there's a way to use your Poppy Parade stamp set and create 3 great cards. You could add, if you wanted to, you could go back and do these in Wink of Stella and add some embellishments to it. You could even use rhinestones if you don't have these, but I have these and it's like, I don't use Poppy Parade much, so that's the reason why I decided to use them. All right, so there you go. 3 cards, starting with a clean and simple. So if you're stuck for a card, make a clean and simple card, and then, all right, how can you step it up? So, all right, I'm going to flip this around. Okay. Now, I don't know. All right, I'm going to do this the other way. All right. There we go. Thanks, guys. I thought they were nice, too. Thanks, Betty Ann. I like to look at my stamp sets and see how I can use them and show you guys how you can use them in different ways. And again, I've got the glare in my glasses. This is the reason why I don't like these things. Let me see how dark it is if I turn them off. Well, still the glare is bad. It's coming from here. Get rid of that. Better. Ugh. The things we do for videotaping. All right, guys, I am excited because I get to play all day today, and I'm going to be playing with my next card class, and it's going to use the In Bloom bundle, and I can't wait to play with it. Aw, thanks for the hearts, guys. I love it. I hope you guys have some fun plans. See, this is another reason I don't like this holding this. I got to remember to leave that in its holder and see if I can't flip it, but it's a pain, so I'm going to figure out what is wrong, why it won't work, and I may have to download the app again from here. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys Thursday in the group. Bye!